Is how I turned my Xteink X4 e-ink reader into a handy daily planner that will make you use your phone much lesser. Now, the last couple of weeks, I've installed and tested around with the X4 with the Glance Daily Agenda firmware, which shows you today's event, upcoming events for the next 3 days, and also a reminders or to-do list. It is a very interesting experimentation, and if you want to know more about my first impression after installing this open source, you can check out my channel or you can check out below for those related videos. But for today's video, it's more about the step-by-step process of turning your X4 into a daily planner. This guide is going to be part by part because it is much easier and digestible that way. With that said, let's get into it. First things first, we need to prepare your Mac computer. Here's what we need. You need to download the VS Code to your Mac computer. Once you've done the initial setup, next thing you have to do is open up your VS Code, then go to the left side panel where you see these 4 squares. This is how you're gonna download the extensions and search for Platform IO, which is the first one with the icon of an alien head. You can install it right here. As for me, I've already downloaded it. I've already installed it. That is why it's appearing like this. Once you've installed the Platform IO, next step is to go to your Terminal app on your computer. So just search Terminal. But first, you can actually check your Mac if it already have a Git version already installed. So what you would type is git space -- version. So for me, I already have the Git version already installed, so that is already good to go. If you have Git, if not, you need to download that as well. Now, the most important part that we have to do next is to make sure that you have a backup of your Xteink X4 files. This could be your library of ebooks. So just make sure that you have a copy of that to your desktop or your local computer so you can retrieve back if anything happens. Now, just going back to your terminal. Now, this is just one of the ways that you can download the Glance Daily Agenda from the GitHub repo. I can go through the terminal way of downloading this. Type in this text, which leads you to downloading the files from the GitHub page itself. You can type in ls just to check if there's any folder that populate on your desktop. And you can see just right here. And you can see from here, you can see the Glance Daily Agenda folder already downloaded inside your computer. These are all the files for the Glance Daily Agenda. There are a couple of ways to download the Glance Daily Agenda files. You can also go to the main website of the GitHub page and you can just click code and then download the zip file from here. Go to desktop or whichever folder you saved it in and open up this Glance Daily Agenda and click open, and you should be able to see on the left side the files of the daily agenda. First column, which is the far left, you can see here the Platform IO IDE. This is what we've downloaded in the initial stage, and in here you can see a lot of things. So the most important thing right now is look at the general part. This is the general folder, expand that, and at the bottom you can see all these different listings right here. The next part is the build. So if you click this, it will essentially run its course, and this is where it will convert the files into a firmware. So just let it wait for a little moment until it finishes. Once it finishes, you should be able to see this line right here, successfully created the image. So that means the file just turned into a firmware, and we will get back to this later on. Now, if you go back to the main column on the left side right here, go to the paper icon right here, which is the Explorer, and you can press Command-Shift-Dot. This will show all the hidden files. Then you see here this .pio, expand this, expand the build, expand default, and just right here, you'll have this firmware.bin. From this stage onward, we are ready to flash the Glance Daily Agenda to our X4. So I have my X4 right here, and I need to connect it to the computer so we can flash the Glance daily agenda. And let's get back to the screen. After connecting your X4 to your Mac, go back to your VS Code, and you can see on the left side here, you can see the platform IO icon again. And right at the project task, if you look at the bottom, there is this devices right here. You have to click that. This is to ensure that your computer is able to detect your X4 properly. And if you see something like this, that means that it's able to detect your X4 as it is. So once it is confirmed, we can go back to the left-hand panel again and see the upload button on top right here. Click it and let it run the script. And you can see right here, it just changed my X4. So once you see the success text on your VS Code, and you can see finally flash the Glance daily agenda to your device. If it's your first time, you should be able to see like a welcome screen just like this. Now, installing this on your X4 is just the first half of the entire setup. The next setup that we're gonna do is the iPhone companion app that you need to install inside your iPhone devices. So let's get into that. There are a couple of requirements of doing this Glance companion app. First of all, the OS on your computer, it has to be OS 26.2 or later with the Apple M1 chip or later, because you would need to download the Xcode 26 app to your Mac computer. So you have to make sure that you have both requirements met. And also for your iPhone, I think it has to be iOS 26 as well. So you need to update your OS as well. So you can go to your app store and essentially search for the Xcode, and it's the one just right here. The reason why you need to update your Mac OS is because in the requirements for you to able to download this thing is it requires 26.2 macOS or later and a Mac with Apple M1 chip or later. After you download your Xcode, you can go to the companion GitHub page, which is the Glance companion right here. And the same thing, this is where you can download the zip file. Once you've downloaded the companion GitHub, you can open up your Xcode app on your Mac and open existing project where you save the Glance companion folder and open up this Xcode project. Alternatively, you can go inside the Glance companion and just double click this. It will also open up the Xcode app automatically. So once it loaded up, you can see the Glance companion on the left hand panel, and below here are just some of the files for that specific. And what you can do is, the first thing that is very important is you need to sign up for the developer access, I believe. If not, you will get an error. So what you can do right now is under the project here, there's the targets, and just click the Glance companion and click the signing in capabilities tab and tick this automatically manage signing, tick that, and under the theme, just search for your own Apple ID. I have my own Apple ID right here already, or you can add another account like so. If there is a pop-up to ask you for your password, just put in your Mac computer password and you should be good to go. And you just go back to the project. Once you have signed up for the developer access, then this is where you can install the companion app to your iPhone. So going back to the main project right here, click the Glance companion. So once you're signed in, what you can do now is to connect your iPhone to your computer. I have my iPhone connected to my Mac already, but if there's a pop-up of saying trust this computer, just click trust. From here, we will go back to the Mac OS now. Now back on the Xcode app, on top right here, you can see here there is a drop-down options where you can select your device. After connecting my iOS, I have my iPhone appearing right here. So I'll just click that. Just make sure it is your iPhone. And once that's selected, you can click the play button. And you will see you have this pop-up. It will just start copying and installing it to my iPhone. Just wait for it to load. And just right here, I'm also having the same issue. It is untrusted developer. So we can definitely fix that on the settings. Go to your settings, general, and right at the bottom, we have this VPN and device management. And it's just right here, developer app. just click this, and you can see here it is the Glance companion app, and just put trust, allow, and you should be able to access the app properly. Click allow, and yeah. So this is the welcome screen. On the left side, you have the calendar access. You need to give them your calendar access, allow full access, and you also need to have access for the reminders app, allow, and continue. And it is Bluetooth connection. So we have the companion app on our iPhone. And this is where you can do up your settings that you prefer, and you can select which calendar you want to show and which list from your reminders app that you would want to show. Now this part is the last part. You have finally flashed your Glance daily calendar to your Xteink X4, and you have the different pages as so. The next thing you have to do is to essentially connect your calendar and reminders app from your iPhone to your Xteink X4. So going back to the Glance companion app. So once I've done selecting whatever sources that I want to have, and then I would do my own setup just right here. I think everything is good to go, and I will click scan the X4, and I go back to my X4. I click sync and click sync now, and you can see that it just flash to something different. So today I have no event. Tomorrow and the next 3 days I have this event, and on my last page, which is my reminder, it is completely empty. So I need to update on the things I have to do this week or my following week. So that is how you install the Glance daily agenda to your X4, and also downloading and installing the Glance companion app to your iPhone. So that is a long and tedious process, but if you're into organization and into calendar and reminders or to-do lists, then this is gonna be a good and helpful thing for you. First time installing this can be a little bit of a hassle and a lot of work to do, especially if you're not a techie person. So I really did try my best to come up with a good step-by-step guide on how to do this, because I've not really seen anything online that would help me do it step-by-step into a very digestible information that is easier to follow along the way. And I hope that you find this video helpful for you. So let me know if you installed the Glance daily agenda to your X4, and what do you think about it. I would love to know what you guys think, and if you're interested on the other videos that I've created based on this daily Glance, you can check out in the description below, or you can check out my channel as well. I have the step-by-step guide on my Substack, link in the description below. You can check that one out, it's more detailed. And until then, I'll catch you on the next one.